All right, February 5th, 2025. It's going to be a quick one today. First thing I want to talk about was, this YouTube channel that's on the screen. It's called The Club. Basically, it's these three British guys with the guy currently on the screen. His name is Rory, and he's a big Chelsea fan. But, these guys just make content related to the Premier League, England, and some of their content, it's like England's all-time 11, right here, or it's like 10 greatest players in the Premier League. And I just want to say, like, I think these guys are absolute wankers, like absolute bellends. I think they have no idea what they're talking about. They were talking about top 10 Premier League players of all time. Not a single mention of Salah. Like, the disrespect was crazy. Even here, they're talking about England's all-time wingers, and one of the guys is offering up Phil Foden as the all-time best left winger, and he should be starting. And they were talking about starting Alan Shearer over either Harry Kane or Wayne Rooney. Like, I personally think that Wayne Rooney is probably the greatest forward England has ever produced. Um, pound for pound, if we're talking about performance for the national team, it's definitely Harry Kane. Like, Harry Kane's been to more finals, he's scored more goals, he has a golden boot at the World Cup. Yeah, he wasn't great in this last Euros, but Harry Kane head and shoulders above Alan Shearer. And it's like the wank that was being talked about here was crazy. And it's like, yeah, I didn't watch Bobby Moore either, but these fuckers put John Terry and Rio Ferdinand and acted like Bobby Moore wouldn't get in the team. Bro was the captain of a World Cup winning side, the only World Cup in England's history. Like, how are we just going to talk about center backs like that and pretend that fucking John Terry is going to get over a World Cup winning center back? Crazy, crazy take. Even if I haven't seen Bobby Moore, and it sounds like I'm glazing him. And then leaving Steven Gerrard out is crazy to me. Insane to me. He's straight up the best midfielder that England has ever produced. Complete box to box, could strike the ball, could tackle, could distribute, could control the game. He's the best midfielder that England has ever produced, and leaving him out in favor of Paul Gascoigne is insane take to me. So the club, these guys are absolute wankers, absolute bellend. This guy's trying to argue that Joe Cole was like a super gifted player, which Cole was good for 2 or 3 years, but after that he rapidly fell off, never lived up to the hype. Um, Second thing I want to talk about today is not eating enough. So today I went with the intention of getting a sandwich after my workout, but instead I saw a sushi shop that just opened up and the pictures looked really good. So I tried the sushi and the guy gave me this complimentary fish soup as well. And first of all, the sushi was spectacular, right? It was this shrimp tempura roll with salmon on top, and then he made this custom mango orange sauce to provide a bit of hybrid, and it was incredible. The shrimp was perfectly crispy, the salmon was really fresh, and the sauce sort of blended everything together. And the fish soup was mid, but it was free, so I can't really complain too hard about that. But the thing is, I felt full right after eating it, but right now, as I'm talking into this mic, my stomach is fucking growling and burning. Like, that was not enough calories to satiate my stomach for the entire night. And so I guess overeating is uncomfortable, but I think for me personally, I have to eat until it feels like my stomach is going to burst, because otherwise, when the food digests, I'm going to be really fucking hungry before I even go to sleep. So, lesson learned right there. Eat heavy calories, especially after exercising. The third thing, on a tangential note, is my collapsing sleep schedule. So, when I got back from Georgia post New Year, I was on the East Coast time zone. So, when I got back, 3 hours time difference in Seattle. So, I was waking up early, 7 every day. Woke up, immediately did Duolingo. And then once I did my Duolingo, I went and showered. And then I went to work by like 8:45. Now, a month later, my sleep schedule has slowly collapsed as each night I've stayed up later and later, with my brain kept away by, screen time. Now I like rush out of bed if I'm lucky at 8:30, no Duolingo, shower. I'm in the office by like 9:15. I get my coffee. I come back after work. I talk to my mother. Then I go do like GMAT prep or Duolingo, and record this audio capsule, workout, etc. So now, because I've lost that 1 hour in the morning to be productive, I have to jam more things into the evening, and that's causing me to get more like tired. And so I think when you have so many things to do within this particular part of the day, that's when you're going to be less efficient and start becoming undisciplined, because it feels like you have so much piling up. And I wasn't really a morning person ever, but I'm realizing the value of morning time. If you can sit there and crank out some of your tasks in the morning, it makes your evening feel so much more free, and it's so much easier to do the few things that you need to do in the evening. But if you're not doing anything in the morning and you have to do everything in the evening, then it becomes overwhelming. And that's when you start becoming undisciplined, losing sleep, staying up later, and just skipping random things like exercise. So yeah, I think going forward, I'm going to try to be more diligent about sleeping, but it's a tough thing to do.